The barrier between your daily apps and a professional coding environment has never been thinner than it is right now. You are standing at a crossroads where you have to decide how much of your computer you are willing to sacrifice for the sake of power. Most people just want things to work without spending 3 hours configuring partitions or risking their personal files. That is where the modern subsystem for Linux comes into play. It is essentially a hidden door inside your desktop that opens up into a whole new world of professional tools. You stay right there in your familiar environment with your music and your chat apps. But you have the full force of a professional terminal at your fingertips. It is slick, it is fast, and it feels like magic when you first see it. You can spin up a database, run complex scripts, or manage your code with tools like Git and Docker in seconds. The biggest draw is that you never have to turn your computer off to get there. It is just another window on your taskbar. Of course, it is not a perfect replica of a standalone machine. You might run into a weird glitch when you try to do something deeply technical with the internal hardware settings. It is like a very high-quality simulation that gets 95% of the way there. If you need that final 5%, you might find yourself looking at a virtual machine. This is like owning a second computer that exists entirely as a single file on your hard drive. It gives you the full visual experience of a different system. You get the desktop icons, the unique menus, and a safe space to experiment. If you accidentally break the entire operating system, it does not matter. You just delete the virtual file and start again. The downside is the heavy toll it takes on your performance. Your fan might start spinning louder because your processor is trying to run 2 entire systems at the same time. Everything feels a little bit slower, like you are moving through water. For the people who hate that lag, there is only one real answer. Dual booting is the ultimate power move. You are giving that other system its own dedicated space on your physical hardware. When you boot into it, there is no overhead and no simulation. You get the raw, unbridled speed of your graphics card and your memory. This is the path for the heavy hitters who are training massive data models or trying to play the latest games. The frustration comes when you realize you left a specific document on the other side. You have to stop everything, restart the whole machine, and wait. It breaks your creative flow. That is why the best advice for most people is to start small. Try the integrated approach first. It takes less time than making a cup of coffee to get it running. It stays out of your way and lets you focus on your actual work. If you find yourself hitting walls, then move up to the virtual machine. If you realize you are spending all your time there, that is when you finally pull the trigger on a full installation. There is no need to overcomplicate your life on day one when the easy path is already so good. Focus on the tools that let you create things rather than the settings that make you spend all day on configuration. You have plenty of time to become a power user later on. For now, just find the path of least resistance and start building.